Hello everyone, so excited to be back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different and it's definitely encompassing the theme of slump, because having going through some of the new videos I'm filming for you about why I've been away, about my reading slump, about everything going on, about what I'm reading, I've realised there is a copious amount of books on my shelf that I actively avoid, that I pick and then don't get to on my mini physical TBR, and that I've had for a very long time and that I actually am not interested in reading whatsoever. And so I realised that as a part of this zero pressure, coming back authentically, we're going to go and do an unhaul. And I hope you feel okay with that, because I'm very excited. I have a problem. I am a hoarder. Would you believe it? I am a hoarder. And so there's quite a few books on here that I've kept because people have given them to me, because I bought them and they were cheap and I don't want to waste my money, even though I'm wasting my money by them sitting on the shelf and I'm not reading them because I can't buy other books to fit on the shelf. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is go through shelf by shelf together with you, and we can have a look what I can take off and maybe give some room for some of these books that you could see are not actually tucked in properly. What I'm going to do is go through shelf by shelf and we'll pick them, and then afterwards we'll talk about the books that I've taken off. I hope that's okay. This is going to be a nice easy little video today, just to ease myself back into it, you know. This back here is my red shelf, and this right here is my unread shelf. Disproportionate, largely. So we're going to start from the top, we're going to work our way down, we're going to pick the books off as we go, and then at the very end we're going to do a sit down and we're going to talk through it. I shall see you in a sec once I've adjusted the camera. Here we go. We're going to zoom in per shelf and we're going to go through that way. I hope that's good. Okay, so we're going to start up here. This is mainly fantasy. To be honest with you, I've already filmed the first 20 minutes of this video, and I'm really, really angry that my SD card, don't know what happened to it. Literally got 20 minutes through and all of a sudden it came up on my camera saying, file can't be written to card. Do you want to save? So here we are again, but I didn't get too far through, so it's fine. Gives me another chance to do this properly this time. But the two main books on this shelf, we are going to be unhauling today, if I can get them off. We have two books by Jennifer Saint, Ariadne and Electra. These are both Greek mythology, and part of the same series. That genuinely is it for this shelf, because I've got some standalones. I've got my Cassandra Clare, my Sarah J Maas. I've got some more standalones. The other two that could be unhauled. We've got Threadneedle by Kari Thomas, and we've got The Unwilling by Kelly Braffett. But I am getting back into my fantasy era at the moment, and I feel like these are probably going to be great choices for when I need something different. So we're going to leave those up there. We've also got some new stuff, like For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn, The God Killer by Hannah Kaner, and One Dark Window. So yeah, these are all cool. We like those. These are good. Okay, so on this shelf, this is a bit of a mixture, this one. We've got sci-fi fantasy, we've got vampires, we've got fairy, we've got the start of thriller, kind of more dystopian world. But for starters, we're going to unhaul A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch. As much as it sounded really cool at the time, I have absolutely zero interest in reading this. So, I mean, it still has the sticker on it. Then we're going to go for these two. We've got The Betrayals and The Bindings by Bridget Collins. These are magical realism, but slightly historic, I think. And then this is one I recently DNF'd. It was a soft DNF, but I have it on my Kindle now, so I don't need the book. This is The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. Movie looks really cool. The type of the story, the plot sounds really cool. But unfortunately, I read 30, 40 pages and couldn't get into the way it was written. I guess it's not for me. The murder story sounds interesting. Okay, are we good for this shelf? Let's see. I think we are good for this shelf, you know. Yeah, I think we're good for the shelf. Let's move down again. Okay, now this shelf is more thrillers, cozy mysteries. I'm gonna have to start crunching down with you. Cozy thriller mysteries. I am going to start with Ask No Questions by Claire Allen. The USA Today bestseller. I've just read the back and it just doesn't, as floppy and as cool as it is, it just doesn't really appeal to me. A Traitor to His Blood. Oh, this is a historic. I say historic, it's set in the 1980s. I think that's going to have to go on the list too. I think I've had this on my TBR for a very long time and just not picked it up. What else have we got? Let's see. No, I think we're good for that shelf actually. These are all ones that I probably would pick up at some point. So that's absolutely fine. Let's move on. We're going to sit down for this one. This is my romance shelf. I say that, but we've got Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Worlds here. So not quite romance. This one is screaming to me at the moment. This is not so meant to be by Megan Quinn. This is one of 2 interconnected standalones. The second is a Not So Meet Cute. I recently watched Ellen Catherine's video, I think from one of the first of her channel, about this book, and we like the same kind of romances, and she said that this was just too much, like the characters did not gel. She didn't enjoy it, and I've had this on my bookshelf for so long and I've honestly just not picked it up. So I feel like that's a maybe. That is a maybe. You can hear my hoarder coming out. What else have we got? The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary. I'm really not interested in this at all, in the slightest. This is too lit fic, I think. What else we got? All Together for Christmas by Sarah Morgan. Love that. Sarah Morgan is not my vibe, more of my mum's vibe, so that's going too. Next up, Only When It's Us. That sounds good. I'm going to keep this. I do keep looking for it every so often. They got, oh no. The Dead Romantics. Oh. Now, I've never read a Lucy Score book before, so I feel like that's important to keep. Okay. That's all my unread books. We're going to drop you right down and we're going to go through some of the read books as well now, because I know there are some ones down here, and actually there are some unread ones that I've been hiding because I don't want them, but I am too scared to unhaul them, so that's really silly of me. Let's get you down here and we'll go through that. Okay, so we have some books down here. The first one I kind of, oh my gosh, I've really rammed them in, haven't I? I'd like to unhaul, oh my gosh, let's see if I can get it out. Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. I remember reading this and just being like absolutely appalled, like really appalled. I'm never going to read it again, so I feel like that should go. I can't even get over how bad this was, especially because I also listened to it on an audiobook and whoever was voicing it just, it's not it. We've got some unread ones here, but this is Spiral and Revolve by Balcabra, The Fiancé Dilemma by Eleanor Armis, and then we've got the 3, we've got Next to You, Out of the Woods, and Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. I think we're all good with the rest of these. I don't think there's any I want to get rid of. No, we're good. I like these. We're okay. We've also got, as much as The Lady of Avalon sounds really cool, I'm not into books with writing. Can you see it? Books with writing that small, that are 430 pages long. This is about the women of Avalon. So that one's going to go. I've got a little Jack Reacher, a little version of it. Don't know why. Okay, next up we are going to let the Sarah Morgan Christmas Book Club go. As much as this sounded really cool, I've realised that a lot of Sarah Morgan's books have like 3 different plot lines consecutively, and I'm not about it. I'm not interested. Now, the other one that I've got that I don't know about is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I don't think I'm really into this. And I feel like it would make more sense to give that to charity. So we're going to do that. We've got a nice little pile come in. We're going to move over this way because hidden down here are the rest of the books that I don't want anybody to see. There's loads. I can just take big chunks here, I think. So this is Almost Adults by Ali Pantani. This is like a coming of age, but they're already adults. Not all that interested. We've got the Borrow a Bookshop Holiday. Actually, I do want to keep this. I'm interested in this. A Year in the Chateau. This is again lit fic. Sounds great, but it's not my style. We've got the Little Swiss Ski Chalet. This one I did want, actually. I take that back. Okay, we've got some more. Let's go through it. Two Wrongs by Kel McGrath. Okay, that one needed to go up there. I don't know why that's been hiding. We've got The Christmas Wish. Oh, this is like a Christmas Groundhog Day style thing. I feel like I need a section for Christmas books. You, Me and the Movies. Not interested. Another Sarah Morgan. Oh, look at that. 3 plots. Not interested. Don't Kill Me. This is one of the first books I bought getting back into reading and my mum read it. Not interested. Really not interested. Right, we've got some more. We've got some Jenny Colgan, Sunrise by the Sea. Not interested. Women in Love by D.H. Lawrence. I heard that this is a classic, but I could be wrong. Not interested. We've got, oh, here we go. These are the ones that are going. We've got 2 Colin Hoover. We've got Slammed and Maybe Someday. Read this, kind of liked it, don't want the book. Read a chapter of this and thought, who let this get published? Don't want it. This I've had for a very long time, but I feel like it's a rite of passage to read, so I've really got to keep that. We also have The Love Experiment. I don't think I'm interested. This is The Love Experiment. We've got A Ghost in Shining Armour. Villa of Second Chances, not interested. This is really funny, like I've had this pile of books to unhaul for so long and I haven't done it. This sounds really good, I don't know why. This is Still Unwritten by Caroline Corey. A failing actress on her last chance at K-pop idol on the run. The rest is still unwritten. That sounds really cool. That can go in the romance section. We've got Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. This was recommended to me and given to me by a friend. Hence the reason I've kept it for so long, but I'm not interested in reading it. We also have Charlotte by Helen Moffat. This is After Pride and Prejudice. Not interested. The next one is Contacts. This is going to go. Apparently this is really incredibly sad. My mother read this, she told me. So that can go too. Right. Okay, I think, oh yeah, hello. I think we've got enough books to talk about, so let's go through them. Okay, I'm gonna keep myself down here purely because I'm already on the floor and all the books are stacked here. But we're literally just gonna pick them up and go through. I don't know if you can see. We have a lot of them here. I think this is a very healthy amount of books to unhaul for somebody who, like me, struggles to do so. So, Contacts by Mark Watson. This is quite a hard-hitting book. So, at 5 to midnight in Euston Station, James Chilton sends one text to all 158 people in his contacts, a message saying goodbye. 5 minutes later, with 2 pork pies and a packet of chocolate digestives in his pocket, he disappears. It's basically about his friends trying to find him before he does something silly. Next up, we've got Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. Everything gets easier in your 30s, right? This is a coming of age story for the second time. Though she has plenty to celebrate, successful career as a food writer, new home, loving friends and family, for Nina Dean, her 30s have not exactly been liberating. I'm already bored. We've got Ghost in Shining Armour by Therese Bahari. Gemma Daniels has never been quite the down-to-earth woman her adoptive parents raised her to be. She even has a unique gift: she can see ghosts. Levi Walker lived and died to save his sister. Now he's got a second chance at life if he assists Gemma in reuniting with her own long-lost sibling. Not interested. Right, then we've got Villa of Second Chances. Run by sisters Rebecca and Delphine, Villa Sesame is a popular venue for small intimate weddings on the sparkly French Riviera. Beautiful terraces and a horizon pool overlook the Mediterranean, a setting where dreams come true. This is like a read by the pool lit fic. Then we've got The Love Experiment by Kitty Wilson. This is a bet. So we've got Dr. Lily Galbraith solves her city's love problems with wisdom and wit every week on her widely popular Love Doctor podcast, but her own approach to romance seems centred on one goal: staying single. Having just agreed to bet with his sister that he'll stop dating and searching for Mrs. Right for at least 6 months, Jay tries to ignore the attraction he feels for Lily. Done, don't want to read it. Bad names. Sarah Morgan, Beach House Summer. I've already said about these 3 Sarah Morgan books. The way they're written doesn't appeal to me. I've done well there. They have this like focus. Here we go. So we've got the Christmas Book Club, All Together Christmas, and the Beach House Summer. They're written with like 3 different plot lines in one, and that doesn't interest me, so they are going. We've got some Colleen Hoover, which I was just hoping I got a chance to unhaul these because I hate these books with a passion. Slammed was actually good, somewhat, for an introduction to Colleen Hoover. It was just so beyond cheesy. Maybe Someday was god-awful, it was actually really bad, and I never read past like the first chapter. Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary. I've kind of heard about her writing and I'm not really interested in it, but the story itself doesn't really interest me either. Yeah, no, not interested. I won't even tell you about that one. You, Me and the Movies. We've got when Arden meets Max, she quickly falls for the handsome, characteristic film lecturer. Their love is the sort you see in movies, dramatic, exciting, and all-consuming and complicated. A love like theirs could never last, but years later, while visiting a friend in hospital, Arden sees the face she can never forget. Badly injured, Matt can only make brief references to the classic films they once watched together, which is all it takes for Arden to remember everything. I'm more interested in why he's in the hospital all beat up. A Year in the Chateau by Sarah Long. This is lit fic. When Nicola's husband Dominic retires, they decide not to spend their days finding hobbies to fill the time until countdown is on. Instead, they fulfil their lifelong fantasy of buying a country house and filling it with their dearest friends, reliving their youth and spending their children's inheritance. It's not my vibe. Almost Adults by Ali Pantoni is Mackie, Adele, Alex and Nat are navigating their chaotic and confusing 20s together. They have jobs and pay their own rent, well most of them, but don't know how to bleed radiators, defrost a freezer or test the smoke alarms. With breakups to deal with and major decisions to make, life can get messy, especially when they're still trying to get the hang of this being a grown-up thing. I think I'm past that point of like finding that sort of thing interesting. Like I have absolutely been there myself. I'm navigating my 20s myself, but do you know what I mean? You learn how to bleed a radiator, don't you? Carrie Soto is back. Not interested in tennis in the slightest. And the bits I heard about this were that it's very overly explaining tennis to people. Yeah, that doesn't interest me at all. Like the redemption arc, oppressed tennis player. Yeah, no, not bothered. Marion Zimmer Bradley. This is Lady of Avalon. It's just too old for me. Not the book itself, I mean the plot, I mean where it's set. Historical books aren't my thing unless they are like fantasy driven. Tessa Bailey, You Disgust Me. This is going out. We've got Ariadne and Electra. These are like Greek mythology based books. Unfortunately for me, these are based on, so Electra is based on 3 different sisters or 3 different gods, 3 different women who are sisters and their stories, and I feel like there's too much going on. Ariadne sounds good. It's about Theseus, Prince of Athens, King Minos, the Minotaur, whatever, and some love. It sounds good, but I just don't actually think I'm going to get to it considering how much I avoid the thing. Next up we have A Traitor to His Blood, and I've also just read at the top it says book 5 in the Windrush Noir detective series. So I have book 5, I don't even have book 1. This is set in the 1980s. A gentleman is fast approaching retirement, but he has long abandoned his career as a private investigator. He's looking after his niece because his fiancée is dead. All of a sudden, a local preacher, the wife of a local preacher, mysteriously vanishes, and there's secrets. Just not interested. Just not interested. Ask No Questions. 25 years ago on Halloween night, 8-year-old Kelly Doherty went missing while out trick-or-treating with friends. Her body was found 3 days later on the banks of the Cregan Reservoir by 2 of her young classmates. It was a crime that rocked Derry to the core, but someone doesn't want her to know the truth. As she digs further, Ingrid realises that the Doherty family are not as they seem. Already told you about Lovely Bones. I'm sure it's a great film and I'm sure it's a great story. The way it was written for me was, I couldn't get into it. We have Charlotte by Helen Moffat. This is basically an after Pride and Prejudice sequel. Again, history, not interested. Haven't even read Pride and Prejudice. I have it, haven't read it. Need to do that first, I feel, is quite...
Oh my gosh.
nearly lost all of those books in this pile, and now they're going back the other way. What have I done wrong? There we go, we're balanced. Right, we've got Woman in Love by D.H. Lawrence. I feel like I'm rushing through this and I don't want to be. Woman in Love by D.H. Lawrence is a masterful sequel to The Rainbow, revolving around the lives and loves of Gudrun and Ursula Brangwen and their search for happiness against a backdrop of personal calamity and political turmoil. In the 1910s, you've lost me there. At least I'm honest. The story doesn't interest me and I only bought it because people were talking about it. That is my most honest answer I could give you. Jenny Colgan, Tulip Fic. I just don't think much is going on with this, and it's not something that I'm interested in. A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch. Does sound really cool. Claudia Cunnington knows that could be dangerous. Knows she's rough around the edges and her hot temper can get the best of her. So when she stops a demon attack one night, she's horrified to realise the man she saved is none other than the cold-hearted Astoroth. Astoroth is a legendary member of the Demon High Council, or at least he was. Suffering from amnesia after being stripped of his immortality and banished to the mortal plane, Astoroth doesn't know why a demon named Moloch is after him, nor why the angry, hot in a terrifying way witch hates him so much. Claudia grudgingly agrees to help Astaroth find the witch who might be able to restore his memory, vowing that once Astaroth is cured, she'll kick his ass. But the more time she spends with the snarky yet utterly charming demon, the more she realises she likes this new improved Astaroth, and maybe she doesn't want him to recover his memories after all. Sounds cool, but I honestly just don't think I'll get to it. I avoid it like the plague, which says all that needs to be said about that book. We then have So Not Meant to Be. I told you that I watched one of Ellen Catherine's really early videos and she read this one and I'm Not So Meet Cute and just didn't enjoy it, and I feel like I trust her. I've just caught most of them. Anyway, I feel like I trust what she says about these books. We have very similar taste in romance books, I think. Could be wrong, but again, I've been avoiding it like the plague for almost 2 years. And last but not least, this one's a bit hard. So we've got The Betrayal and we've got The Bindings. Now, The Betrayal doesn't sound good to me. So two young men, Leo and Carfax, close friends and fierce rivals. A family ripped apart by madness and tragedy. One woman, her life built upon a lie with a mysterious connection to them all. Will the truth be revealed? Not interested. Not interested in the slightest. Now, this is the intercollected standalone that comes before that. I got dry lip. I don't know why it's so dry. Anyway, moving on. Emmett Farmer is a binder's apprentice. His job is to handcraft beautiful books and within each to capture something unique and extraordinary, a memory. If you have something you want to forget or a secret to hide, you can bind it and you will never have to remember the pain it caused. In a vault under his mentor's workshop, row upon row of books and secrets are meticulously stored and recorded. Then one day, Emmett makes an astonishing discovery. One of the volumes has his name on it. That sounds interesting to me. And I think I'm going to keep that one. Okay, let's talk about it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 books for our first unhaul. I am so proud of myself. Okay, let's finish this up there. Okay, we're back up top. We're going to discuss this and we're probably going to do some tidying while we discuss this. So let's talk about it. 29 books from the unhaul. I'm really happy with that because it's actually cleared my shelves more than you think. So I'm hoping you can still hear me with this on while I turn around and tidy. But what this has done is given me space to add some of my new books into my shelf properly. Not just a little bit, but properly. Also, you can't see this, I'm down here, but I can finally put some of my unread books in the unread section, which is so good. So my read shelf is an absolute tip, but that's fine. That's fine right now because we're not going through it, we're not talking about it, it is what it is. My unread shelf is so much more aesthetically pleasing and I'm really hoping that that's going to give me the go ahead to read more. I don't know. I do need to organise my shelves. 29. 29 books that have been sat on my shelf for probably more than a year and a half, 2 years, that I've just gone, out you get. I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier, because now when I get fearful, I can add that to my shelf. I have recently just purchased the paperback version of The Impossible Fortune, so I now have all paperbacks and all hardbacks of that series. Obviously the rest of the ACOTAR series and the Throne of Glass series and the Crescent City, I think it is, once I get to that. I've also got the Once Upon a Broken Heart series I need to get. I've definitely got some more of the Cassandra Clare books that I'm missing. We've got my TBR jars here. I'm so beyond excited. Wow, now what? All 29 of these books, I think, are going to go straight to the charity shop. My local charity shops are really overrun with books at the moment, so I'm thinking maybe I should try and pop them up on Vinted. I mean, with this day and age, nobody's going to blame me for trying to make a little bit of extra pocket money. Yeah, nobody's going to blame me for making a bit of extra pocket money. I'll give it a go, and if these don't sell within a month, they go straight to the charity shop. I don't have any local free libraries near me. I guess I could donate them to the actual library. Most of them are in pretty good condition. Comment down below what you think I should do with them. I also want you to comment one book you regret keeping for way too long, because I know that I have loads in here that I do, like Contacts. I've had that for nearly 3 years now, never read it. Why would I keep it? I massively regret keeping the Colleen Hoover books, but I think maybe us as a book community can agree on that one together, so that's fine. I will catch you in the next video. It will probably be something to do with my reading slump, because I still got to finish that one off. But I will catch you soon. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for still supporting me, for still coming back to my channel. Thank you for understanding that these videos will come out as and when. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. Bye.